Checkity check.
Check.
Checky,
check.
check.
Czechoslovakia.
Check.
Czechoslovakia.
The mic.
Czechoslovakia. Okay.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Welcome to a little thing called Two Gentlemen Talking About the Lettuce That Exists. My name is Greg Benson.
Greg, it's just two guys talking about lettuce. You don't have to change the name every damn time.
Just trying to make it seem fresh, you know? Something fresh, something exciting, something new, you know?
It's not really. That's really a cheap way to do it, Greg.
Look, I have no idea. I have no idea what your name is until you say it. That's
really?
Yeah, I don't know who you are. This is my way of trying to get you to introduce yourself because I know you because we've met before, but I can't remember your name.
Do we really need to introduce ourselves? Like, when I listen to a random podcast, I'm not going to remember the people's name when I listen.
Look, Brian,
yeah.
I'm trying to do my best here to make this fun for everybody, but people need to know what your name is so they know how to go like, oh my God, that guy Brian's not as funny as Greg.
Hello, my name is. Wait a second. I'm hilarious. My name is Brian Benzine, and welcome to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce.
My God, I can't believe I'm doing a podcast with famed actor Brian Benben. That's a guy that I haven't thought about in years. Do you remember Dream On HBO? Do you remember that show?
Yeah, I do. I don't remember. I forgot that's his name, or maybe I never knew that was
Brian
his name.
Benben. Yeah. Yeah.
That show was created by the people who went on to create a little show called Friends.
No way.
Yeah.
Now, it's really amazing because the quality of those two shows are very, very different because Friends, I felt, was, especially after the first season, the first season's a little hard to watch, but after the first season, Friends is a delightful show, and it's really well written. Dream On was a show that was on HBO. For any of you who don't remember, it was in the early days of HBO when they're like, oh, we can do anything we want. We could have nudity on a sitcom. And so they would shoehorn in nudity in every episode. Case in point, I remember one episode where Brian Benman's looking for someone and he goes to someone's apartment and a woman answers the door and she's topless and she's wearing like snorkel gear. So she's got these big fake boobs and she's wearing snorkel gear and her boobs are bouncing and she opens the door singing "My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean." So she opens the door, "My Bonnie lies over the ocean," and then she looks at him. She goes, "You're not my Bonnie," and then she closes the door. And I'm like, now that is good writing. How are we going to fit some tits into this episode?
Yeah, I remember watching that show as a little kid. My parents didn't know I was watching it, and it was like, oh my God, this is a show. This is basically porn, but it's a comedy.
It's a comedy with clips from old movies and TV shows and naked boobies.
Yeah, and then if you watch Friends after watching that, you can see that it's the same people because Friends is really about they're all kind of sex crazed people. You know, they're all just.
I thought you were going to say you could see they're the same people because if you look in the credits, the names are the same.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's probably more likely that you'll see that it's the same people.
Yeah, that's the easier way. That's the easier way
for
sure.
Hey,
listen, we're burying the lead here. We have to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and surprise, you do get an episode in December after all, folks. Merry Christmas to you. Today is December 24. 2024. This is Christmas Eve day, and we're recording this, and we're going to release it on Patreon the same day. Merry Christmas, folks.
Okay. Am I expected to upload? When am I expected to upload this episode?
Well, I'll upload it to Patreon today. Listen, since tomorrow's Christmas, you might as well release it to everybody tomorrow.
Okay. Tomorrow or today. Yeah, tomorrow's probably good, but then I got to remember tomorrow.
Well, yeah,
I'll do it today. I'll schedule it.
Schedule it. Yeah, absolutely. Just schedule that schniz.
The power of scheduling.
The power of schniz.
Now, is this episode going to be pornographic like Dream On? I hope not.
I mean, if there are some naked boobies in this video, I think that would make a lot of people very happy. Because they've been looking at our faces on YouTube. For 173 million episodes right now.
Sure.
I don't know how many we've done. I think it's something like that. It feels like that.
And
we never show them naked boobies, which we should totally do.
Like our own?
No. They want to see good ones. We should get that lady who does the My Bonnie song from Dream On. I wonder what she looks like now.
Yeah, I don't think she's. You think that she's going to be like, oh, great, more people want to see my boobs, and she's just going to be like, yeah, total strangers.
When
Sounds
do you
great.
think that was? Like 1988? When do you think that show was? Because I would guess it was like 88, something like that.
No, I think it was later than that. I'm
Later
looking
than
at
that?
it. It was it ran 1990 to 96.
90
so
to
I was
96. All right. So
I was 10 to
Yeah.
16 years old when that was on.
I
so
would
that's
guess-
prime time for a kid to watch pornographic stuff.
Oh, I was a kid also. I think I was 3
Yeah.
years old when it started airing. So
Sure,
and
yeah.
I would turn on and I was like boobies. You know,
sure.
here's the deal. So that episode was probably I'd guess I guess that was at least 3 years into the show when they were running out of ideas. How do we get boobies into an episode? So I'm guessing that one was probably 93, 94.
Sure.
I wish I could
Sure.
find. It's really one of the most ridiculous clips ever. I wish I could find the My Bonnie clip from Dream On.
Well, the problem is it probably can't be on YouTube. I mean, there is nudity on YouTube.
There sure is. There's a
It
lot of
does.
nudity on YouTube because they can't control what's uploaded. One of these days,
Yeah,
they're
they
gonna.
do control it, but it might take a while. But they'd probably eventually take that down.
So much
I would
has
imagine.
been, so much slips through. There's so much nudity. That's what I found out as we do Bad Movies Live, which is a show that I do on Twitch every Friday and Sunday night. Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific, Sundays 5 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/mediocre films. Thank you for asking.
Sure, I didn't. I wouldn't.
No, I
would never.
appreciate you plugging
No,
my show. It's really nice.
No, I was just going to let you do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm reading about where I can watch Dream On right now.
But
And
but,
that
but they
is,
have so much stuff that slips through. But just by downloading
Yeah.
bad movies, like most of the bad movies that I download from YouTube, they've got some boobies in them, and I have to censor them out. I have to cover them up.
Because you're sensitive about that stuff.
Well,
You're,
it's not that I'm sensitive. It's that Twitch. Twitch is Twitch.
Yeah.
You know the old expression, Twitch can be a bitch.
No.
Twitch is a little bitch. Sometimes,
no, I don't.
sometimes
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's a very common
And why would
expression.
you change the word bitch? Because it would rhyme better if you just said bitch.
I'm sorry. Twitch
Yeah.
can be a little bitch.
Okay, that's
that better?
That is better.
Yeah.
So the Roku, if you can watch Dream On the Roku channel. So
Great.
check it out.
Yeah, look for just search for Dream On My Bonnie episode.
And
sure
you know
that's-
what it's
I'm sure that's
rated
not what
on
it's
Rotten
called.
Tomatoes?
What's that?
100%. 100%.
You're kidding me.
No.
It's a
no.
ridiculous show. Now,
It is.
Brian Benben, I believe, married actress Madeline Stowe. I think that's who it was because one time I was walking in the canyon here in Los Angeles, California, and I saw Brian Benben and Madeline Stowe walking together, and I was like, hey,
Yeah.
and I was just waiting for the boobs to pop out, but there were no
Oh,
boobs.
yeah. Oh, really? So
Apparently,
Madeline Stowe.
apparently in his
So-
real life, less random boobs just pop out.
Well, you don't know that. Maybe just not at that time.
That's true. I don't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
I don't know that.
Yeah. Courtney Cox was in Dream On as well.
Courtney's cock?
No, come on. Any tiny similarity to sexual words, you're just gonna jump all over that, aren't you? You're gonna jump all over cock, right? Is that what you're gonna do?
Oh, come on, man. That is so inappropriate. That is
I'm
so
sorry.
inappropriate.
You're right. Do you remember the show Herman's Head?
Yes, I do. Absolutely. With Lisa Simpson. Lisa Simpson was on that show.
Sure, that was Yeardley Smith is her name. But
Well, if you know
yeah.
things, you call her Yardley. Her name is Yardley
Okay.
Smith.
okay, Yardley.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it? Really?
Yes, her
Yardley?
name is Yardley. I know that because
not
she's actually
Yeardley?
a friend. Huh?
Is she
No.
really?
No, her name is Yardley. Yardley Smith.
She is a friend.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen her in years. She used to be a friend.
But the word looks like Yeardley.
Yes, it does. I know, but also Craig looks like Craig.
That's true. I shouldn't talk about.
Yeah, you really shouldn't. You shouldn't
yeah.
talk about anything.
What about Hank Azaria? Are you friends with the whole cast of Herman's Head?
No, but
Are you-
but here's what I did. I was very lucky enough. This was a wonderful experience for me, and I'm happy to tell you guys about this. When I was friends with Yardley, she knew that I loved the Halloween episodes of The Simpsons most of all. So she did a really nice thing for me. She invited me to a table reading of whatever year it was, I forget, The Simpsons Halloween episode of a certain year. And
Awesome.
I got to sit at the table while the entire cast, and they do this every once in a while. They'll invite guests. You can bring a guest sometime. And so I was a guest, and I got to sit there as the entire cast sat around the table and read the script for the Halloween episode that year, and not only
That's
that,
a dream
but,
come true.
and th- but then-
It's
but-
my dream to have you sit in and watch them read that.
I know it's your dream, and then she was kind enough. Then I got to see them record some of it. So they did the table read, and then they went into the studio and recorded little bits of it, and I got to see that. And then she presented me with a script that she already had everybody sign. So I have the Halloween episode from that year script already signed by everybody, which is so nice. And now, like, half of the cast don't even live in LA anymore, so they don't even do it in person anymore.
Yeah, they just record wherever.
Yeah, they've got their studios set up to whatever
What a
special
job
lines.
they landed. They could just do
seriously.
that forever.
Yeah, when they just auditioned for some tiny little thing that was on the Tracy Ullman show years ago, something that probably paid nothing, and they're like, all right, well, I'll go do this thing. And then it became a show, and then it became the show.
Yeah, and it's still going. It's 36
still going.
seasons.
Yep.
36 seasons. I just looked it up.
And I don't know if you know this, but every member of the cast gets $150 million per episode, which is that
seems high.
It's very high. It's really impressive.
I don't think that's how much.
I'm estimating. I don't know the exact number, but
I mean, it's probably a lot.
Yeah, it might as well be $150 million. I mean, all I know is they all have more money than they know what to do with. How
much does Yardley Smith?
No, that's not how you pronounce her name.
Yardley Smith make per episode? $400,000 per episode.
No way, she gets more than that. There's no way.
That's quite a bit per episode. All you have to do is give your voice.
There is no way she gets less than $1 million an episode.
No, a whole season is what, like 20 some episodes.
It's 145 episodes per season.
No,
and each episode is 2 minutes long.
No. She's getting close to $10 million a season. That's pretty good. I don't
think that's correct. I don't think that you can count. Yeah. I don't think that you can count on what you read on the internet.
For voice acting.
I know. But you must realize that show is a cash cow, and it makes millions and millions of dollars per episode. So they're all getting paid well. Yeah, they still do. They still make some money.
Sure. Okay, I that seems about right to me. 400,000 per episode. That seems about right. I don't know.
All I know is they have more money than they know what to do with, which frankly is an issue that I have had recently, and I don't mean to complain to our listeners, but you know, like when you just make so much money and you're like, well, now I don't know what to do with all this money. You know, I'm afraid to just put it all in the stock market because, you know, the stock market keeps going up, but what if it doesn't, you know? Then I'm going to feel like an ass because I'm like, I just lost $20 million today. You know, that sort of thing.
That's tough, man.
So I just don't know what to do with all this money.
Yeah.
I'm sure you understand. I'm sure that's a problem you have as well.
Sure. Yeah. I hate it. Sucks having so much money.
Yeah. It's, you know what they say, mo money, mo problems. Well, it turns out that mo is short for more.
Yeah. That's not news. Everyone knows that.
It was news to me. Okay. I was just like, who's Mo? And what are the problems that Mo has with his money?
Yeah. Sure.
Mo's money, Mo's problems.
Mo is the bartender on The Simpsons.
Oh my God, it all ties together.
Full circle.
Yeah, you're right. It all ties together. Let me say this: when you sit around at a table read for The Simpsons, and if you see the voice of Mo the bartender come out of Hank Azaria, it kind of blows your mind. Same with Grandpa Simpson's voice coming out of Dan Castellaneta. There are certain voices that come out of their mouths that are so impressive. And then
was Harry Shearer there too?
Oh, absolutely. And they were all there. And then when you see Harry Shearer do Mr. Burns and Smithers talking to each other and just switching on a dime between the two voices because he's reading scenes where they interact with each other.
Both.
He does both voices. It's the coolest thing. There were certain voices that just blew my mind because all of a sudden their voices changed so dramatically, and it was really, really cool to see.
I want to do a voice on The Simpsons. How do I get to do a voice permanently on The Simpsons?
All you have to do is ask. See, that's the thing that nobody thinks to do. You just have to. Wow. You just have to ask. You ask really nicely, and they're like, "Yeah, sure."
Okay. Yeah, we'll pay. We'll also pay you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Instead of just asking the actors we already have who
Yeah.
already do multiple
And
characters.
don't settle
Yeah.
for 400,000. Make sure you get 400 million per episode because that show
Oh my
makes
God.
so much money. They've
That's
got a lot
too
of extra
much.
money.
That is too
I don't
much.
think it is. Here's the
yeah.
deal. If you get
Yeah.
400 million per episode, all you have to
Yeah.
do is like a quarter of one episode and you've got plenty of money for the rest of your life.
If I do 3 episodes, I have $1 billion.
But don't
I
be
have-
greedy.
yeah.
Don't be greedy. Do a
Okay.
quarter of one episode, make 100 million,
Yeah.
and then call it a day.
Okay, it just seems like too. I don't think they're going to go for that.
I think they will.
No, they're not going.
I think they will.
No.
Hey, everybody! How's
Yeah.
your Christmas going? Is everybody having a good Christmas so far? Here it is,
Yeah,
December
what-
24th.
what
I
was
would,
you-
I would like to apologize to everybody for us not recording an episode this month. A couple of things happened. One, Craig was very, very busy with making videos and didn't have
as
time for a
usual.
couple of weeks. And then finally, when we were about to have time, I lost a friend. And we won't talk about that because this is a comedy podcast. But, life is life and life happens sometimes. And I lost a good friend and that was awful. And, still
to hear
just sort of
about that.
processing all the feelings. You
Yeah.
know?
But now it's Christmas time, and it's time for gift giving and sharing
is.
things with our loved ones.
Yep, and having sex
and-
with strangers on the
and having-
sidewalk.
no,
What?
no,
Huh?
no.
That's what you do at
I
Christmas
mean,
time.
with consent.
Yeah,
I
no,
would-
you ask and you bring a blanket to lay down, so you're not just on the cold, hard concrete.
I think you'd need to go to somewhere private because
you just put a blanket down, and
no.
you know what? It's optional. You can bring a second blanket. Oh my God, bless you.
Thank you. Thank
You bring a second blanket to cover up on the top so that people, don't look at your naked tushy.
I would go into a private area because otherwise,
Well,
people
yes, you
might
have
call
to
the
have
cops.
sex in a private area. That's what that area is called. It's a ladies' private area.
Yeah, I'm not talking about where I would put my penis. I'm saying I would go.
Well, wait.
a-
Where would you put your penis?
I don't want to talk. I mean,
Well,
that's
you brought
personal.
it up. You brought up where you want to put your penis. So why don't you tell us where in a lady would you put your penis? I'm assuming it's a lady. If it's a man, that's fine too. I'm not going to
Well,
judge.
Well, first of all, I would not just have sex with a stranger on the street.
Oh, come on, Craig.
no.
Have sex with
No.
a stranger on the street already.
No.
It's Christmas.
No. I'm
Come on,
a happily
man.
married man. I would have sex with my wife, not on the
On
street.
the street?
No,
That,
no.
that shows such a lack of respect for your wife. A street is where you
No.
have sex with strangers, man, not your wife. Your wife would
Okay,
not want
sure.
that.
But I just think if you were going to have sex with strangers on
Yeah.
the street,
Yeah.
regardless of where you put your privates,
I love where
you
this
would-
is going.
you would have to go to a private area. Get it to a place where people can't see you because they're going to call the cops otherwise. Some
now-
prude out there is going to call the cops.
Okay, well then you are totally missing out on the thrill of having sex in public, which a lot of people love. A lot of
No.
people love having sex in public.
Maybe they do, but they don't do it very often because I don't see that. I don't see it.
Maybe you just turn a blind eye, as they say. Anytime someone's having sex in public, you just turn that blind eye.
I mean, I probably would. I probably wouldn't sit there and gawk if I saw that. But,
No, you're supposed to get your camera out and take video and then upload it to websites that pay you money for that kind of stuff.
Well, that's good. That's probably good. That's good entrepreneurial spirit.
Got to
Greg.
make some
That's,
money. Listen, here's
but that's
the deal.
also
This is-
illegal. That's
this is
probably
why-
illegal.
This is why I have more money than I know what to
yeah.
do with this, because every day I'm looking for money-making opportunities, like taking video of strangers having sex on the sidewalk and uploading it to websites.
I think you're going to get arrested for that.
Nope,
You're going to
that's
get
the sort of thing I do.
Okay, have you been arrested for it?
No, because I get
Or-
them to sign a release form. Come on, man, I'm not an
Oh.
idiot.
Oh, if you're signing but they'd gladly do that for free. You didn't
Yeah,
have to pay
no,
them?
Well, here's how you do it. You put the
Yeah.
release form between their two faces, because if they're facing each other, their
Oh,
faces
okay.
are right there. You put the piece
Sure.
of paper right between them, and you're like, "Sign this,
Sure.
sign it," and you hold up the pen, and then they sign it, and they use each other's faces as a
sign
something
it?
to put
Yeah.
pressure against the. It's a great listen, guys. We have a sponsor
Yeah.
for today because we're doing
Okay.
very sponsor friendly material, and it's Christmas, so
Yeah.
I would like to say
Sure.
this episode is sponsored by Little Debbie's Communion Cakes. Savor the Savior flavor with
Okay.
Little Debbie's Communion Cakes.
Now, what's the flavor of Little Debbie's Communion?
Well, I mean, they have chocolate in them and cream. It's like a chocolate cream. It's
Wow.
they're Jesus's favorite flavors: chocolate and cream.
I don't. I feel like that's a wild claim to make that those are Jesus's favorite
Oh,
flavors.
so somebody hasn't read the Bible. This guy right here. This guy right here. He's not read the Bible.
Okay, I have not read the Bible
It
cover to cover.
says
That's
very
true.
clearly in Latruvius 14-9-17-8 that Jesus and Jesus
Greg,
got some chocolate cream cakes.
Were you raised Jewish? Are you Jewish?
I don't know. I don't believe in religion.
So what do you're not the expert on Jesus, is all I'm saying.
I might be. Look, if I was Jewish, then I'd totally be the expert because Jesus was Jewish. We all know that.
Okay.
Jesus was a big Jew. And now Christians, they worship a Jew, which I think is so ironic. They're like, our favorite guy is a Jew. And now, great, good for you.
Yeah.
How does all this make sense?
I'm in agreement with you there, but I just don't know about the chocolate and cream. I don't think that he was
It's
really into.
Honestly, go reread Latruvius. You'll see. It's in there.
Latruvius even a section of the Bible?
It is. It's the best section. It's the section that's all about what Jesus eats.
Latruvius.
Yeah,
okay.
it's full of Latruvius facts.
I was raised Catholic. I went to Sunday school.
Okay.
So they did.
What day was that on?
They did try to teach me this stuff.
Yeah, what day was that Sunday school on?
Sunday, actually.
Oh, that's convenient.
After church.
That's easier to remember.
So it was like church, but longer. I had to stay longer.
Okay.
I had to go sit in a class that I didn't think really mattered because it was an actual school.
And, sure. So it's like a really long building.
It's
like a church, but it was longer.
It was a long building.
I know, you just said it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This is great. This is all really good. Anyway, thank you, Little Debbie's Communion Cakes. We appreciate the $17.3 trillion that you paid us.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. That's the good news. I wanted to tell you we can retire now.
We could pay off nearly all of at least a good chunk of our debt, our national debt.
A good chunk. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, I misread that. $17.3.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I guess I misread. I thought there was a T there.
We could pay much smaller chunk of the national debt with that.
Yeah. Turns out there was a spider on my screen, and I killed it right after the .3, and it looked like a T. But that's just
that is very significant pay cut right
that's
there.
That's a big difference. I agree. Frankly, I think we got underpaid.
Yeah, I mean, to think that we would got trillions of dollars is kind of stupid.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much.
Yeah,
but $17.3 is too little. Listen, I feel like we need to talk about this on the Patreon only bonus section, which starts right now. What?
Oh, before no. Huh? We're not going into the Patreon only yet.
Why not?
No, because I want to say one thing before we get into the Patreon.
Okay, go ahead.
Section.
It starts right now.
No. The 17 point. What was it? How much money?
$17.3 trillion.
17.3 trillion. No, the $17.3.
Yes, that's $17.30.
You said that's not enough payment, but honestly, based on our amount of viewers or listeners we have, that's kind of maybe enough payment.
That's why you delayed the Patreon only section. You're making our Patreon people wait.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
Which is why we need your help through Patreon.
Oh, Craig, pathetic. Absolutely
what?
Begging for money. Begging for money from our listeners.
It's just a transition.
Oh my God. Craig, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Everyone, please give us your $3 per month on Patreon. Please. We are begging you.
No.
What?
No. You sound way too desperate.
What are you talking about? I was just saying what you said.
No.
I thought that's what you wanted to say.
No. You
we
said
are down on our hands and knees. Your $3 will save a kitten's life.
Overselling it, Greg.
Because if you don't give us $3, we're gonna kill a kitten. That's all we're saying.
No, okay.
We're gonna kill the shit out of that kitten.
I'm not kidding. I'm not committing to that. No.
Well, you're gonna do it. You're the one who's gonna do it.
Well, wait. So what do we need to set a number then before we know if we're gonna kill a kitten or not?
We just need $3.
So we just need $3.
We need $3. We need one person to join the Patreon. If we get one new person to join the Patreon before the end of 2024, we will not kill a kitten.
You know what? I'm still not going to commit to that, but you can commit to that if you want to.
I'm going to commit to it. And if we don't get one, you will kill that kitten.
No, I'm not. I'm not killing the kitten.
Yeah, you're going to do it. You're going to kill
You
that
can't
kitten with your bare
commit
hands.
to something like this for someone else.
Here's
on
the
someone
deal.
else's behalf.
Here's the deal, Craig.
Are we in the Patreon only section?
No,
yet?
we're not. No, not yet.
Okay.
Here's the deal,
Okay.
man. I know how strong you are. You can kill a kitten with your bare hands. You don't even need a weapon.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Okay, great. Now we'll start the Patreon-only bonus section right now.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
And that's
That's
the
good.
end of the Patreon-only bonus section in which we talked about how you should try less.
Yeah,
That's
we
right, folks.
arrived on a moral, on a lesson,
Yep.
which is don't try.
No.
Don't try very hard.
Try
don't
less.
try very hard.
Try
Try,
less.
try less.
You
Yeah.
guys are trying too hard on everything. If you try less, you will succeed.
Honestly, I think especially in the entertainment business, it's a numbers game, really. Early days of YouTube, I just made tons of videos. I
Yep.
just picked a time span, and I'm like, I can get a video done in this time, done. Get a video done in this time, done.
I agree.
wasn't making Spielberg quality
Nope.
stuff.
It is a numbers
I was
game,
just-
and it's also a letters game. You got to use both. You got to use
Sure,
numbers
yeah.
and letters. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
sometimes
Colors.
whole words, colors, visuals.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
game involves a lot of things.
Emotions, sounds.
Speaking of the entertainment industry, I've decided that even though things have been going really well for me these past couple years with TV shows and stuff, I've decided to change my professional name just to give myself an edge.
Uh-oh. Okay.
No, I'm being serious. Because a lot
Okay.
of people have sort of snappier professional names that sound more like,
I mean,
that's,
Greg
I'm gonna
Benson
remember that.
sounds pretty snappy.
I think it sounds plebeian. So I've decided to
Okay,
change my name.
all right.
And I think people are going to remember it. I've decided to change my name from now on to Tits Fartbag. And I really think
Okay,
that's
oh.
going to make me stand out.
I mean,
I'm going to go to auditions of, hi, I'm Tits Fartbag.
it depends. What kind of auditions are you going to be going to?
Just
'Cause,
whatever I can get. I'm sure I'll get
all right.
more auditions because people are going to be like, we got to meet this guy, Tits Fartbag. I
I
mean,
don't know. I mean, if I were looking, if I were a casting director looking at the name,
yeah. Then I would stand
avoid-
out and they'd be like,
I
oh,
would avoid the hell out of that name.
What?
I would.
What are you talking about?
I would. Yeah, I would. That person is not a serious person. I cannot work with
What?
that person.
Craig, you are being ridiculous.
No.
Tits Fartbag is a name you'll remember. It's a name you trust.
Oh yeah. No.
Who doesn't like tits? And
No,
who
the first part-
Who
the
doesn't
first part, it
fart?
is a name.
And who doesn't fart into a bag? You know what I mean? Think about it.
Well-
Everybody loves tits, and everybody farts into a bag. It's a
I
name
have
you remember
never
and you
farted
trust.
into a bag.
What?
I've never farted into a bag.
What?
No.
No, come on,
No.
man.
No. And it's not like I'm looking at names of people being like, oh, yeah, who doesn't Pete Smith? Who does? I Smith all the time. What does the name have to do with what I do? Is what I'm saying.
Okay, you listen. You're starting to make me rethink my plan to change my professional name.
Okay.
Sure,
Sure.
and I don't know. I put a lot of thought into this, and I was really committed. But now
Yeah.
I'm starting to have second thoughts.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. This
I don't
is
know,
healthy.
man.
You
I
should-
feel like
you
I
should
feel
keep-
like I feel like right now you're going to make me lose out on work.
No. I think you talking to me instead of auditioning is making you lose out on work right now. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. I was just
you're
thinking.
Greg, you're worrying about the wrong things. It's not about your name, okay? You're worrying too much about surface level, superficial stuff. You need to look within. You need to look within.
Okay, like a Buddhist.
Yeah.
I tell you what I'm worried about now. Now I'm worried about something totally different. Because I feel like you've talked me out of changing my name to Tits Fartbag, which
Yeah.
was the plan.
Yeah.
That was the plan,
Yeah.
and like everybody was excited about it. I hadn't told anybody.
Who was excited?
Well, I
Yeah,
hadn't
okay.
told anybody else yet, but I just
yeah.
assumed everybody'd be excited about it.
Sure,
But
yeah.
so now that I've decided not to do that, I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like I know what's going to happen. People are
Uh-huh.
going to listen to this. They're going to listen to this
Yeah.
episode, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
he's not going to use the name Tits Fartbag. I'm going to join the Screen Actors Guild, change my name to Tits Fartbag, and then they're going to get so much work. They're going to become like a huge star, and people are going to be like, isn't Tits Fartbag the greatest actor of all time?
Yeah. So how easy is it to join the Screen Actors Guild?
Super easy. You just go to the Screen Actors Guild office on Wilshire Boulevard. You give them $10. Bam, you're in.
It doesn't sound like
that's how it works.
That's not
super
true.
easy. Anybody can do it.
One-time payment, just $10.
Yeah, $10. You're done. $10. They give you a card and a big handful of balloons.
Greg, I don't believe you. It sounds like it's hard, and you probably have to keep paying for it. I don't think anyone's going to do that with the name Tits Fartbag.
Okay, let me clarify. When I say they give you a handful of balloons, I don't mean that they're blown up and they have helium in it already, because that's pricey. They just give you like 5 or 6 balloons, and then you have to blow them up yourself.
Sure. Okay. Wow. They don't even.
No, you got to blow up your own balloons.
Blow the balloons. Wow. Okay. And also, why they don't do that?
Yeah,
but
they do.
I do think
that's one thing that SAG's known for.
I don't think anyone's going to join SAG with the name Tits Fartbag, because I think that would be difficult on a whim to do something like that. But I think we might have a comment from some user named Tits Fartbag. That would be great.
I look forward to that. If Tits Fartbag could please leave us a comment going, "You can't take my name," or whatever you want to say. We'd be really excited to hear from you.
And now that we said that, they probably won't do that, because that we've already ruined the joke. We've already explained the joke.
Oh,
but
okay. Well, never mind then.
Yeah. Okay.
So how's your December been so far? I mean, have you finished all your videos? Are you taking a little break for Christmas now?
I'm taking a slight break. I did have a massive amount at the beginning of the month.
You did. You were so busy.
Yeah, particularly because I had to get videos done early for sponsor approval. So there's a couple sponsors who wanted even earlier than usual approval.
Okay.
So I think probably because of the holiday coming up.
Okay, so they wanted it like by 7 a.m. instead of like by noon.
No, days before. I mean.
Oh, they wanted like 7 a.m. like 3 days before.
Sure. The time of day is not really what we're.
Well, you said earlier, so I mean that refers to time.
Yeah, it does refer. Yeah, there's different there's different measures of time and spans of time.
Oh, like there's inches and feet and stuff.
Days and time. That's distance. What you're talking about, but
pounds, kilos.
That's weight. That's
grams.
Weight. That's volume. That's volume.
I don't really look. I don't.
Yeah,
Craig, you're not making sense right now, and I appreciate you spouting nonsense on this podcast, because I know that this is a nonsense podcast. And by the way, guys, thanks for listening to this. I don't know why you do. It's a bunch of bullshit.
That's true. That is absolutely true. That's the truest thing you've ever said.
Your mom listened to like half of one episode and said, "Well, that's enough of this nonsense."
No, I think she listened to a whole episode.
Did she really?
And then it blew her mind how we just didn't make any sense.
Well, you should tell her to listen to this, because this is the Christmas episode. And by the way, right now, Craig and I are committing.
I don't know that I want to talk. I don't want my mom to listen to this episode.
Why? Because you talked about your penis? You were talking about where you want to put your penis?
We talked about having sex with a stranger on the street.
Okay.
I just don't think. Yeah,
you don't think? Oh, like your mom has never had sex with a stranger on the sidewalk.
I very much doubt it. I very much doubt it.
Well, wait till you see the video that I'm going to send you when we're done with this. You'd be like, "Mom!" So anyway, now your mom's never going to listen to this episode.
Sure.
Okay, so wait, what were we talking about? Something?
I don't know. Christmas. My mom.
Isn't Christmas? Isn't it? You know what? I want to coin a phrase. Because every time Christmas rolls around, I feel like this is the most wonderful time of the year. And I want to coin that phrase. Can I make money off of that? Can I somehow register it as a trademark?
It's the most
wonderful time of the year. That's the phrase that I want to coin.
That is already a lyric in a song. Is that the name of the song?
Oh my God, I'm going to sue them and make so much money.
No, that's not how it works.
Because I just announced I was going to coin that phrase, and then somebody's using it.
Did it first, Greg. You can't do that.
Okay, but time is relative.
I believe it's White Christmas. Bing Crosby's White Christmas is like the most selling song of all time or something.
Okay.
That's like the most successful song. That one, or the Mariah Carey one's up there too.
I'll have a white Christmas without you. It's a great song, White Christmas.
That's not it. That's not the song.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not shout. I'm telling you why. White Christmas is coming to town.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That song's famous for having a few extra phrases in there, so it doesn't line up like a traditional song lyric does.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a unique
Yeah.
song. That's a great.
Yeah, it has.
I love
Yeah.
all those. I love all those Christmas songs. They're great songs.
yeah. Do another, please. I would love to hear another one.
Away in a manger is a white Christmas. That's a great
every
song
song.
too.
Every song
Yeah.
references White Christmas. Yeah.
White Christmas night, holy white Christmas night.
Yeah, that's another one that has like extra syllables in the lyrics.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I think Tits Fartbag wrote that song.
No, that's a name that you made up. That's a name you just made up.
Okay, yeah, you're right about that. I remember now.
Yeah.
I remember. I
Yeah.
forgot for a second, but now I remember.
Yeah. Greg, what do you think you're going to get for Christmas?
Oh man, I hope it's a BJ.
Greg, we don't need to talk about that.
No,
Don't
no.
need
You
to-
remember BJ and the Bear, that TV show? And they made those figures, those like the BJ figures, and I really hope I
don't.
get one of those because I already have the bear.
BJ and the Bear?
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
don't
that.
remember the show BJ and the Bear? Oh, it's very
No.
popular in the 70s.
I was watching Dream On instead.
I hope I get a BJ and the Bear lunchbox. That's what I want. Listen, anybody
Yeah.
who's listening to this, please find a BJ and the Bear lunchbox on eBay or something and mail it to me.
BJ and the Bear.
You gonna look up BJ and the Bear lunchbox, see if it exists? I bet there's a BJ and the Bear lunchbox out there somewhere.
There probably is.
Yeah.
There. It looks like on eBay,
I bet it costs $70.
$8.75, and it's just magnet art. That's not a lunchbox.
$875 for a magnet? That's way too much.
No, $8.75.
Speaking of spending a bunch of money, Kim and I,
Yeah.
that's my wife, Kim and
Sure.
I went to a special dinner recently at a really nice, like a super fancy restaurant. It has one of these
Yeah.
prefix menus, you know? And
Yeah.
because we just want to splurge. And I don't know if you've ever gone to a place that has that prefix menu, but it was so good.
Oh, I have. I love it.
I ordered the anti and the mega, and Kim ordered the inter and the hyper. And they were such delicious prefixes that
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
it was. I mean, it
get-
was a great. We left and we were so full of letters. You know, we had our
you're
tummies
thinking of,
were full.
like prefix. You're talking about a prefix.
A prefix.
Yeah.
A prefix.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So there's a prefix meal.
Yeah,
which is
prefix
like a
menu.
meal-
Yes, it's all
Yeah.
prefixes.
Yeah, but you're talking about grammar.
That's the name of the restaurant. It was called Grammar.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what did you eat then?
We
What
just
was
ate the partial words, the letters. It was.
Do you remember what words you ate? You said you ate.
I had
Which was?
I had the anti and the mega.
Okay. That's just words. That's just parts of words.
I know, and
that's
they
not-
were so filling and really delicious. Like, I mean, you can tell when a chef
Yeah.
knows what they're doing.
Sure.
you know.
Okay. How
And-
did they
and-
prepare the food?
It was all sautéed, and it just in butter.
In a
Very
bowl, in a
simply,
plate, on a plate, or
yeah,
was
they
it-
put a bowl on a plate, and then they put the letters in between the bowl and the plate. It was
Oh, so
it was
it-
the presentation.
It was like an
beautiful.
alphabet soup, or was it?
No.
Okay.
Come on, man, you're being silly.
I'm really trying to make this make sense.
No, it was great.
Okay.
And then they wrapped foil
Yeah.
around the whole thing. It was,
Greg,
it was
you're just making a joke that prefix meal sounds like a prefix or prefix word.
no one says
a word.
prefix. I just want
Let's
to point
do
that
it.
out. No one says it is prefix.
Suffix, prefix,
No,
prefix.
no one says prefix.
No,
It's
you might be right
prefix.
about that.
You
You might
keep
be right there.
First, you said yearly, and then you said prefix. Like you're really mispronouncing everything in this episode.
Sure. Well, anyway, Greg, you're just making a joke about how prefix sounds like prefix. That's what you're saying.
That is correct. I was making a hilarious joke,
yeah.
and I hope that you all enjoyed it. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. That's my gift to you. I made a joke
Yay.
about a prefix menu for you guys for Christmas. By the way, speaking of Christmas, since we have not recorded an episode all month, and this is your Christmas surprise, Craig and I are going to now commit to giving you the first ever episode that goes just over 1 hour long. Boom! That is our gift to you, an hour-long episode for you.
Is this the first one that's done that? I don't think
We
it
have
is.
never gone over an hour. We've gone over 50 minutes every once in a while. Usually
Yeah.
we're in the 45-minute range.
Uh-huh.
But I think every once in a while we've gone over 50 minutes. That's very rare.
Yeah.
This is the first
Yeah.
time we're going to go over an hour as a
Really?
way to celebrate Christmas together. We're all together, guys. Listen, I
Wow.
hope that you all are listening to this as you're cuddled up around you have a fire going, whether you have a fireplace or not. There's like a fire in your house,
And you just made a pile of wood in the middle of your house.
pile of wood in the
and just-
middle, or
Yeah.
furniture or whatever you're burning, and then you're sitting
Yeah.
around. You're huddled up in your blankets because it's so cold because you
You're
can't
not
afford to
turning the
pay
heat
the
on.
heat. No, well,
Yeah,
they can't
yeah.
afford it. Who can
Yeah,
afford
sure.
the heat's expensive? Who can afford
Sure.
that?
I mean, I think a lot of people pay for heat. I think that's a pretty
We
common.
wait. Have we not even done an episode since Thanksgiving?
That might be true. That
How,
might be
how
true.
was your Thanksgiving, Craig? We had to do a little. We had to back up and catch up. Did you have a nice
Oh,
Thanksgiving?
jeez. You asking me to remember like a month ago?
Yeah. Did you spend it with family? I bet you can
Uh,
probably remember who you spent it with.
I did. I spent it with my mom and dad and sister and daughter and wife
That's so nice.
and mother-in-law.
Was I there also, or was it just your family?
Nope. I don't remember you being there.
Okay, because
no.
I was with family, but I wasn't sure whose family. I guess it was my family.
Okay, so you're having trouble remembering.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, buddy, we're doing a little podcast right now. Do you want to come say hi? Yeah. Look, listen,
Oh, my gosh,
Since
special
it's Christmas,
guest.
my son is going to come and say hi to all of you.
Hello,
Hello,
Charlie. How are you?
Craig.
How
He
are
asks-
you?
He asks how you are.
I'm great.
I have
Yeah,
to,
are
I have
you
to repeat what
excited
you're
for-
saying because he can't hear you because I have here. I'll turn on the speaker for a minute there. Go ahead. Now he
Are
can
you
hear.
Are you excited for tomorrow? It's Halloween tomorrow, right?
No,
Oh,
What is it tomorrow,
what is
buddy?
it? What is
I think
it?
it's Hanukkah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Hanukkah
It
tomorrow,
actually is
okay.
Hanukkah tomorrow. It's Hanukkah and Christmas. They both start on the
Oh
same day.
my gosh!
Apparently.
Are you excited?
I was trying to make up something and then that worked.
If you said Kwanzaa, you'd be off by a day because that starts on the 26th.
Oh my gosh! Who's here?
What? No way. Oh
Who's
my,
here?
oh my goodness.
Ada's here.
Ada.
Well, now you have to
Hey.
turn on your speakers so we can all hear each other.
Oh, let's see if I can do that.
This
okay,
is so
do,
exciting.
do,
You
do.
really just do that little switch. Put that switch
I'm gonna
on.
do it.
That's what I
I'm
do.
gonna do it. I'm gonna. Oh, that switch. I don't think
Yeah,
I
that
have the same
switch.
switch.
That is
that
so
you have.
exciting. Oh my
Okay.
gosh. I can't believe our kids are here. This is the
Yeah.
best thing ever.
Hey,
This is just the greatest.
and now I'm getting a phone call.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh, and you're getting a phone call. There's so much happening.
Okay.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
everybody.
Are you excited for Christmas, Ada? Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's Ada Tessa.
Oh yeah, Tessa, your friend Tessa is calling.
Oh, how great.
Bye. Okay.
Is she going to take
All
your
right.
phone
She's
and
gonna
talk
go
to her
answer
friend?
the phone.
All right, she's going to do that. All right, buddy. So
Yeah.
go ahead and if you have one more thing you want to say, oh, thank you. If you have any one more thing you want to say, go right ahead, and then we're going to get back to our exciting.
The last thing I
Podcast.
want to say is, why lettuce? Why not broccoli? Why not cabbage? Why not zucchini?
Because lettuce goes on any sandwich. It goes on any sandwich.
That's true. You
But
can't just
same
put
with
broccoli on it.
cabbage.
I don't know if you can put cabbage on any sandwich, or especially broccoli. You can't just put broccoli like on a
And the
ham and
last
cheese
thing I
sandwich.
have to say is,
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you got a Christmas raspberry. Thank you, Charlie Benson, everybody. Thank you, buddy.
Christmas
Oh,
raspberry.
yay! Christmas raspberry from Charlie Benson. Thank you, son. He turned the
Oh.
speaker off. That's great.
Okay.
Charlie
Good
Benson,
for-
everybody.
All right.
Charlie
and
Benson
Ada
is doing-
Benzene, everybody.
He just did a cartwheel to leave the room.
Man,
and Ada Benzine
what
did a
timing-
grabbing your phone to leave the room.
Yeah, what timing Tessa had. She took Ada away from the podcast.
Well, listen, she
Okay.
made an appearance. Charlie made an appearance. It's this sort of thing that makes the episode longer. No, I'm sorry, it makes the episode
oh.
special. It's
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
sort of thing that makes the episode special and also a little longer. I mean, we
Sure.
did now. Those are 3 minutes we don't have to worry about anymore.
Oh, phew. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. How long is it now? What are we at?
Well, now we're at 48 and a half minutes. I mean, we
Oh,
have 11 and
we're
a half
not even
minutes left.
over an
Did
hour.
you see how quickly I just did the math? Like, I'm a math whiz. 48
Well,
and a
I
half
didn't-
minutes. What I did
I
was I
didn't-
did 60 minus 48 and a half. Turns out it's 11 and a half.
Wow. Greg,
I know.
that's mildly impressive.
No, it's very
I mean, that
impressive.
would be impressive if a 5-year-old did it. Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
just pretend that I'm 5. We did something
Okay.
really unique for Thanksgiving this year, and it was really fun. We made turkey jerky. Have you ever made turkey jerky?
No.
Oh, it's easy. You just hook up electrodes to a live turkey, and
Okay. Oh, God.
it
Okay.
goes crazy. It just jerks around, and that's what turkey jerky is. And it's
Oh, so you don't-
and it is so funny. And it goes,
no. No, right.
you know, huh?
That's animal cruelty. That's terrible. That's
Yeah, no, but
awful.
you're gonna kill it anyway, so it's fine.
no.
listen,
you
everybody-
can just kill it quickly without.
Well,
pain.
I know, but
That would
everybody
be-
eats a turkey, and nobody eats a live turkey. So if you're going to kill it anyway, you might as well have some fun with it. It's like when you
No.
make when you make lobsters, you know,
Sure.
and then you take the lobster, and before you put the lobster in the boiling water, you know, and it's just sort
Yeah.
of squirming, you put it on the floor and go on, buddy, you're free. You can do whatever you want. Go
Yeah,
on, live your
sure.
life. And then it starts to escape, and then you grab it and you
Yeah.
go psych, and then you drop it in the hot water.
Sure.
You know, it's just fun to play with animals and things before you kill them.
You know, that's something that serial killers, when they were often are known to torture animals as
Oh
like
my
a sign
God.
that
Okay,
they're
all
going to
right.
be a serial killer.
So I just want to point
Wow.
out that I'm joking. I've never
Okay,
killed a
yes.
turkey in my life, and I've also never hooked
Well,
electrodes up to one. That
You've
was
eaten
just a
dead
joke.
turkey, though. You've
Yes,
eaten
I
dead
have
turkey.
eaten dead turkey, but when I buy it, it's already dead.
Yeah, sure, but
I'm not going to
you
go
know,
slaughter a turkey.
because of all the turkey you buy. They have to kill more turkeys. So,
It's my fault. It's my fault they
Well,
kill all the turkeys.
well, you're part of it.
I
You
kind
know,
of
I'm
feel like
part of it, too.
the whole country is in on it. I feel like
Yeah, it's
everybody
true.
is like,
Well-
let's have Thanksgiving.
Vegans aren't necessarily in on it.
Yeah, they are. They eat a tofurkey, so they have to kill it. They have to kill some tofu every time they eat a tofurkey.
Yeah, tofu is made from beans,
turkey?
though. No, no,
I think
No.
it is. I think it might be.
no. But you know what? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you for doing that. I do it too. I eat dead turkey all
Oh,
the
I
time.
thought you were going to say you hook electrodes up to a live turkey and just
No,
watch
no.
it jerk.
Oh no, that's
called
horrible.
turkey
That's
jerky.
awful. That's evil.
Yeah,
You're just
but-
evil.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's super fun.
Okay.
It just goes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Which is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Well, you know, I bet there's probably someone out there who's done that, and
that's how they got the
don't
name
like it.
turkey jerky.
I don't approve. Craig, it doesn't have the Craig seal of approval.
Okay. Did you ever listen to the Turkey Jerky Boys? You remember those guys? They were turkeys and they made prank calls.
That would be great, but no, I do remember the Jerky Boys.
They would call up businesses, and the business would say, "Hello, can I help you?" And they go, and they go, "Excuse me, can I help you?" And they go,
We should make that album. We should do that.
The Turkey Jerky Boys.
Yeah, every time is the same thing. I think what you'd usually get is just people hanging up. That's what would happen. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, but I used to love the Jerky Boys. Do you remember when they called that factory that made the foods? All they made were specialty foods like beef jerky and fruitcake. And they called them up
haven't-
and like, hey, fruitcake. And they're like, yeah, we make fruitcake. Can I help you? And they're like, all right, jerky. And like, yes, we also make jerky. What can I do for you, sir? All right, fruitcake. All right, jerky. Like, oh, so you want to order some fruitcake and some jerky? I used to love, oh man, those calls were great.
I'm gonna make a confession, Greg.
Yes, sir.
I haven't listened to a lot of Jerky Boys. I
Well,
haven't.
they used to just call people fruitcake and jerky, and that's where that joke originated.
Okay.
They
All right,
never
that's
called
great.
a jerky and fruitcake factory. If they did, honestly, it would have been so meta, as the kids say. It would have been genius.
Wait, they didn't do that? You just made that up?
I did make that up. Yeah, I know. Do you know why? Because
Why?
I'm a comedic genius.
Well, you make things up. That's for sure.
I do. I do make some things
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Here's something else I made up. For the first time
Okay.
ever, we watched a Vin Diesel movie. You ever watch a Vin Diesel movie?
I started the first Fast and the Furious soon after it came out, and I couldn't watch it all.
Oh no, they're really exciting movies. See, we heard they were really exciting, and so we wanted to watch one. But
I didn't like it.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of with you because we heard they were exciting, and this one, frankly, was so boring. It was just like a 2-hour shot of this long string of numbers and letters on a truck.
Okay.
And it
so-
turns out we were
yeah,
watching a
you're-
diesel Vin.
Yeah, you were watching. Yeah, you were watching.
We watched
the
a
vehicle identification.
Yeah, we
number
watched
of
a diesel
of a
Vin
diesel. Yeah,
for 2 hours.
yeah.
But I will say this: the plot was intriguing. I mean, we never
Sure.
knew what was going to happen next. You know,
Uh-huh.
because nothing happened next.
Well, then that doesn't sound intriguing. That sounds
I
like,
mean, but it was just like, what's going to be next? 2 hours later, nothing. Just that
So
one
that's
shot.
not intriguing. That's just staring.
Just
at
one, just
something.
staring at a vehicle
Do
identification
you remember the
number.
numbers? Do you remember what the numbers
Oh,
were?
absolutely. It's J2759NL635FJ2.
What are you doing with the tone of your voice
9,
when you say these numbers?
B,
Why?
11.
What's happening?
Dot,
Okay, yeah.
9, 3.
Dot. There's
Yeah.
a dot.
There's
in
a
it?
dot in there. Yeah, I don't know
Seems
how
like
to.
a lot of numbers.
Yeah,
I don't-
well,
it seems like
VIN
too
number
many.
is a VIN. I shouldn't say VIN number
Yeah.
because that's vehicle identification number. If I
Sure.
say that,
Yeah.
they're
you
very
were-
long.
Yeah. I just want to say, I've only just to all you Fast and Furious lovers out there. I only watched the first one. I haven't. I know that some of the later ones are supposed to be pretty good, and I'll give them I'll give them a chance. I just
Now,
don't-
let me ask you something. I would love to see one of the. I've never seen one of those movies, but I would love to. But I just want to make sure that there are no cars or attractive women in them because those are the two things I cannot abide by in movies.
Why? Why don't you like those?
I don't like
things?
movies that feature fancy cars or attractive women.
Why?
So they don't have either of those, do they?
Well, first of all, I want to know why you don't like those things.
I
Why
just
don't
feel
you
like I
those
feel like
things
that's pandering, and I don't care for pandering. That's one thing I love about this podcast. We never pander to the viewer. We never give them what they want, or the listener. Never give
what
them
they
what
want,
they want.
or anything enjoyable. We
don't
even
give them
anything.
anything.
No. Yeah, that's the goal here, to avoid pandering.
But one thing that I do like about this is that, look at this. We're now at 55 and a half minutes, and
Yeah.
we have not repeated anything. Like, this is all original content. There
This
are
is
no
amazing.
repeats.
This is-
And because we will never run out of things
You're
to
about
say.
to repeat. You're about to repeat something.
No, I'm
aren't you?
not. No, I'm not.
Okay.
Did I
Please
tell you
don't.
that Kim and I went to a fancy
Oh, God.
restaurant recently
Oh,
and we
God.
tried
Oh,
a
God.
prefix menu?
No.
What? And
Don't do it.
I'm going to
Don't
change
do
my
it.
name to Tits Fartbag.
Okay, you're doing
This
it
episode
again.
is sponsored
Again.
by
Greg,
Little
are
Debbie's
you
Communion Cakes.
So you're not capable of
Savor
talking
the
about
savior flavor.
new things for 50 minutes, for more than 50 minutes. Okay.
You know, we watched the Vin Diesel movie the other day
Oh, God.
because we heard they
Yeah.
were going to be so exciting.
Greg, I have a confession to make. I have
Oh,
a
yes, let's hear
confession.
it. Let's hear it.
The Fast and Furious movies do have beautiful women and cars in them.
Huh. Well, I didn't expect that. I mean, I was being serious, but now you're telling me that they actually have those things?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I don't want to watch that.
What? But is it that it has both in them? Because if it's just one or the other, is
One
that okay?
or the other or both, whichever. I'm not interested.
Okay, so what do you like to watch? What do you?
I'm a big fan of the movies of God. Sometimes you just glom onto an actor that you really love, and I love the work of this one actor, Tits Fartbag. I think that he's terrific, and I love to see the movies that he's done.
Greg, you just said that's a name that you wanted to give yourself. That's
I know because I'm such a huge fan of his, and I would love to if I could get some of his fan base.
what movies has he done?
Casablanca. What, you never heard of Casablanca? Citizen Kane. You haven't heard of these movies? Classic movies.
Yeah, I have heard of those movies, but he hasn't done those movies.
No, he has. He didn't do the famous ones. He did Casablanca with Blanca with a K. Casablanca with a K.
Okay.
And
isn't
Citizen
it
Kane.
Casablanca?
Citizen Kane is Caine, and it's all about Michael Caine.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
who
sounds
apparently
pretty
was
good.
was a citizen of England. It's like a citizen of Great Britain.
He might still be.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
it's all about him. If they made a documentary about Michael Caine, shouldn't they call it Citizen Kane?
They absolutely should.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like that's the name's taken.
Or they could call it the Caine Mutiny.
I just need to apologize right now. I just noticed that there's a new version of Zoom available. It's asking if I want to update, and I didn't update.
I updated right before we started. I just sort of regularly do that.
I'm using.
Yeah.
I mean, I normally would, but I didn't notice until
Well, don't
now.
do it now because then it'll disconnect you,
'Cause
and then we
last-
wouldn't make it to an hour. We have 1 minute and 38 seconds left.
Okay, I just want to apologize that this might seem like ancient. I might seem like I'm out of date.
You
right
do.
now.
I was going to mention something.
Yeah.
You do seem out of date.
Okay, well, I don't. There's nothing I can do about that.
I feel like if they made a Halloween movie with Michael Caine, they would call that Candy Cane.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
That could
Sure,
also be a
sure.
Christmas movie, I
Wouldn't
guess.
that be a Christmas? Wouldn't that be
Yeah.
more Christmas? I would say than
well,
Halloween.
I mean, but people are used to getting candy on Halloween.
sure.
But you're
Yeah,
right.
But,
A candy cane is
but a candy cane is a pretty classic Christmas candy.
God, you're right.
know?
You're right. Okay, look, we have a minute
Yeah.
left. Go ahead and do the last minute. Go on.
Oh, I'm doing the last minute.
Go on.
Okay, I feel like
Oh! This is
they should
great.
they should remake the Kane Mutiny and make it star Michael Caine. You know,
Oh,
You know?
Craig, that's funny. I love
and you
it.
know what? You know what?
What?
They should make a biopic of Michael Caine's life, and
Yeah!
it should
What's
it
they
should
call it?
be the actor who plays him should be Michael McKean should play him in that movie when he's older.
Okay. All right. Look,
And-
I thought you were on a roll.
and-
I thought you were on a roll, but you look. This is now we have like 10 seconds left, and you totally fucked
Yeah.
it up. You
Oh, my God.
You really fucked up the ending, and I
Oh,
was
no.
I was so excited. You know
Oh,
that
no.
we were on a roll. Everything was going great. And I put my
Yeah.
trust in you to do the last minute and bring it home in such a great way. And then you
Yeah.
pull out Michael McKean.
Yeah.
I am
Pretty
angry.
great.
I am
Pretty
so
great.
angry. This is
No, it's great.
Mm-mm.
No, it's great.
You know what? You know what you've done, Craig? You have ruined Christmas. Thanks a lot. You ruined Christmas. Everybody,
Oh my
I want
God.
to apologize that Craig Benzine has ruined Christmas.
You know what? Michael Caine should run for office, and his slogan should be "Yes, we Caine."
Okay, you've saved Christmas.
Yes,
You
yes.
did it. All right, you pulled it out
Yeah.
at the end. I had a feeling
Yeah.
that if I put the pressure on you, you would save Christmas, and you've done it. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody, for listening to two guys talking about lettuce. We hope you've enjoyed this special 1-hour Christmas bonus episode just for you guys. We are happy to announce that starting at the beginning of 2025, Craig and I will be doing daily episodes, 2.5 hours each, every single day
Jesus.
for the entire next decade and a
Jesus.
half.
No,
so
I'm far
15,
too-
15
No.
years. 15 years.
I actually just checked my schedule. My next decade and a half is very booked.
Okay, we're
It's
gonna
very-
we will not be doing that. But
Yeah.
at least I made the announcement. It was exciting for everybody for just a brief moment. Maybe we
Sure.
should go back to the regular schedule that we do, where we do just one a week.
I love that idea, and maybe sometimes we miss weeks. I love that.
Oh,
too.
perfect. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
great.
okay,
All right.
yeah.
Listen, Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. Happy New Year to you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful 2025. I'm sure everybody's looking forward to 2025 because nothing bad's going to happen. It's going to
Nothing.
all be great. We're all going to enjoy
seems
our
like-
lives.
It seems like roses and butterflies are on the horizon.
Yeah. It's just nothing but cream pies and
and
is that-
chocolate
and
Just like-
chocolate.
yeah,
face.
like a little Debbie communion.
Absolutely. Savor the
thingy.
the savior flavor is what they say.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
terrible.
exactly.
It's hard. It doesn't roll off
Save
the tongue.
your flavor. Save your
Savor
flavor.
the savior flavor. It doesn't roll off
Savior.
the tongue.
Savor the savior flavor. I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I feel like they could have done better. But
Okay.
thank you
All right.
again, Little Debbie's. Thank you, everybody, for listening to us and staying with us. And we will see you and hear you, or you will hear us next time on Two Guys Who Talk About Lettuce.
I'm Brian Ben,
And I am
And here's-
Steve Martin.
and here's to a great 2025. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can indeed. Bye-bye, folks.
Bye. Bye. See you.
Yeah, I was the
later.
last person to say bye-bye. So this one ends with me saying,
old acquaintance before God,
and
everybody
grants and
don't forget.